In saying it is easy that if you lose once, you go out twice and then try again. If you lose again, stand up for the third time and keep trying like this endlessly until you succeed. In saying this sounds very easy, but when defeat happens repeatedly, how much effort can a person make in the end? Somewhere, his morale will break, but is there a formula that gives us the courage to keep going constantly? The answer is yes, and you will find the answer in this story. At the end of the story, you will see from where a person gets the motivation to keep trying continuously. Just as we motivate all of you with the stories of Lord Buddha, subscribing to our channel motivates us. Now, let's begin a story. There were thousands of disciples of Lord Buddha. When one of his disciples received enlightenment, he would send them in a specific direction to awaken and impart knowledge to the people there. One of Buddha's disciples had been with him for 6 years. One day, he approached Mahatma Buddha and said, "It has been 6 years since I came to you. After me, how many disciples have you sent to impart knowledge in a specific direction during this time? I haven't been sent yet. Does that mean I haven't attained enlightenment yet?" Buddha smiled and said, "You must determine for yourself whether you have attained enlightenment or not." The disciple said, "Lord Buddha, I remember everything you have taught me in these 6 years. I remember every single word you have told me. You can ask me anything, and I am capable of giving you answers. Please give me a chance to go in any direction and tell people about your knowledge." Lord Buddha replied, "Remembering the words of wisdom does not suffice until you incorporate them into your behavior. Until you do not bring something into your conduct, you cannot tell others to adopt it." The disciple said, "Please grant me a chance. Have faith in me. I can influence everyone with my knowledge. I can tell them things that will bring peace to their lives, and they will be able to live peacefully." Buddha said, "You are not ready yet. When you are ready, I will guide you in the right direction." The disciple asked, "Why haven't you given me enough knowledge in these 6 years to influence people?" Finally, Buddha, conceding defeat, said, "All right, go towards the eastern direction. There, you will find a village. Beg for alms from them and tell the people about your knowledge. Tomorrow morning, go there alone and come back in the evening to tell me how your attempt to help the people there went." Upon hearing this, the disciple was very pleased and, with Buddha's blessings, set off for the village. He spent the night contemplating his knowledge, thinking that the next day he would leave an impression of such wisdom that the people there would be influenced by him. The next morning, he went to pay his respects to Buddha. He paid his respects and set off towards the eastern direction. When he returned in the evening, Buddha noticed that his disciple had a wound on his forehead, and it was bleeding. Buddha asked, "How did you get injured?" The disciple replied, "Buddha, the people in that village are extremely wicked. They lack wisdom. I went to that village to beg for alms, but nobody gave me anything. They all insulted me. One person did give me alms, but he threw it on the ground and told me to pick it up. I tried to explain to them, but they were not willing to listen. Instead, they physically assaulted me, which caused this injury. Please send me to a place where people possess wisdom." "But if you encounter such people in another village, what will you do then?" Buddha asked. The disciple replied, "Buddha, no one can impart knowledge to such people. They are ignorant. Who will make them understand?" Buddha said, "Those people are not ignorant. They are indeed wise. They have a lot of wisdom, and they possess their own knowledge. If you try to impose someone else's knowledge on them, they will resist. You will encounter such people everywhere. How will you share your knowledge with them?" Buddha advised the disciple to take it easy for the day and return to him in the evening. The disciple paid his respects to Buddha and left. The next evening, when he returned to Buddha, there was another of Buddha's disciples present with a wound on his hand. Buddha inquired, "How did you get injured?" The disciple replied, "Buddha, you instructed me to go to the East Village. There, I suffered an injury." Buddha asked, "Further, what happened it with you there?" The disciple replied, "Buddha, over there, I asked for alms from everyone, but no one gave me anything. One person did give me alms but threw it on the ground, telling me to pick it up. I quietly placed it in my bag and blessed him with kindness. Then that person said, 'You are a strange man. I am insulting you, and you are blessing me.' I told him that he was charitable for giving me alms, and so I was blessing him. Later, as I was leaving, some people insulted me and even threw stones at me, causing my injury. When I was returning, I saw a mother crying with her sick child. I immediately gathered some herbs from the forest to help the child, but the villagers refused to give me those herbs. I pleaded with them to allow me to treat the child. Eventually, one person who had previously scolded me gave permission, and I treated the child with the herbs. The child recovered, and the villagers apologized for their earlier behavior and thanked me. Buddha, I have a request. The people of that village are very innocent and straightforward. Can I go there every day to ask for alms?" Then the first disciple, who had been listening to all this, prostrated himself at Buddha's feet and said, "Buddha, I now understand that I am not yet worthy of imparting knowledge to others." Buddha responded, "We see outside what we are inside. Until we change ourselves, we cannot change others. Self-transformation is essential. It is crucial to practice what we preach because explaining and conveying something that is ingrained in our behavior is easy and understandable to others." So, my friends, you might be wondering what the mantra for continuous effort is. Here, our understanding comes into play. In this story, there were two characters, both of whom got hurt. One of them started hurling insults, but the other one asked to go back and try again. Similarly, when difficulties arise in our lives or our efforts seem to fail, we can either give up or never make an attempt to do that task again. However, the other type of character changes their perspective on doing the same task. They find some motivation even in that failure. It's like a newborn baby who doesn't know how to walk at the beginning. They try to walk, stumble, get back up, and continue. For them, failing and getting up becomes a source of entertainment, and they don't see it as a failed attempt. The baby starts to play with it because they have nothing else to do, while we have plenty of other things to do. That's why when we fail in one thing, we tend to shift our focus to something else. But if we keep digging in the same place instead of digging 100 different holes, one day we'll have a well, and water will start flowing from it. This should be tied as a knot in our understanding that every failure is a step closer to success. You bring a new perspective and a new approach each time, making it a new form of entertainment for yourself. Try to look at the task with a fresh perspective, and you'll see success on the horizon. If you enjoyed this story, please share it with your friends, family, and loved ones. Subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to keep hearing such stories. Until next time, take care and stay blissful.